river was so open.
I hope you warm up soon. It can be dangerous.
And as it was floating away, I was like, no!
Losing your towel certainly can be.
My backpack got yanked right off my back, and I was like, no! And my nice cozy sleeping bag is sleeping with the fishes.
Wow, that must have been some strong
And then I
current
pulled my
here.
flashlight right off my belt.
Oh, you got that flashlight back from the chipmunk?
I sure did. And when the river took my flashlight, I was like,
No!
nah, the chipmunk had already broken it. I didn't care about it.
So you have no tent, no food, no flashlight, no towel.
Man, no hope.
Well, that's where I can help, because there's always hope. I used to be in some rough places, like where you are now, and I felt hopeless. But then I remember, when we need hope, we can trust Jesus.
Will Jesus bring me new camping gear?
Well, I doubt he'll hand it directly to you, but sometimes Jesus works through the people he puts in your life. He put me in your life a few days ago.
That's a pretty good timing.
Well,
Really? You give me your stuff?
sure. Because whenever you use this gear, I want you to remember that there's always hope whenever Jesus is involved.
Wow, thanks. Oh, and here's your towel.
You know what? You can keep that too.
Wow, you're a great friend. I'm gonna go put on some dry clothes, head downstream, and see if my things wash up.
Bye, Scout.
Okay, let's sing a song.
In the air right now, it's all around. I see it everywhere. It's the power, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power, yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop. Feel it in the air right now. It's all around, I see it everywhere. It's the power, yeah, God's power. It's the power to move any star. It's the power to heal your broken heart. It's the power, yeah, God's power. So don't hold back, no, don't hold still. God is here and He is real. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. Let's do it all again right now. Take 4 steps to the left, to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn it around and move to the right. 1, 2, 3. Now take tiny little jumps forward to the front. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 jumps back, but you better look back. 2, 3, 4. Now freeze. And everybody clap your hands. Now stop.
Great job. That was some fun singing. This week, we have been imagining what it might be like to explore God's awesome creation in Alaska. One thing you might see if you visited and lived in Alaska is this. People who live in Alaska have been using dogs to help them move things or to move people for hundreds and hundreds of years. These are working dogs, not pets. They work as a team and do an amazing job. So that got me wondering about your team. Who would you say are people that are on your team? Okay, raise your hand. Caleb, who's on your team? God? Good one. Who's on your team, Renz? What? Jesus? Good one. Riley, who's on your team? Your mom? Yes, that's a good one. Who's on your team? What? God? What about our friends sitting next to us? Are they on your team? Yeah? Who's on your team? Your mom and dad? Yeah? Addie, who's on your team? Everyone here, right? Are we all on a team together? Yeah? Those people on your team could also be considered God sightings, right? Can we look at the people around us that support us and think of them as God sightings? Did God put them in your life for you? Yes? God gave us the people in our lives, friends and family members, neighbors and teachers, who work with us to do hard things. These people support us, help us, and pull us through. We need our team. They're a special gift from God. I'd even say they're God sightings. Ways to see God at work in our lives. Make sure today, as we're thinking of those people, ask your crew leaders to write them down for you, and we'll put them on our God sightings wall, okay? Let's sing another song.
Are you ready? Hey, this is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. We will rejoice. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day. This is the day that the Lord has made. This is the day. This is the day. This is the day. My friends, these are my friends that the Lord has made. That the Lord has made. We will rejoice. We will rejoice and be glad in it. And be glad in it. These are my friends that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. These are my friends. These are my friends that the Lord has made. This is the day. This is the day. These are my friends. This is the day. This is the day. These are my friends.
Great job. Explorers on a big Alaskan adventure probably start off the day full of excitement and hope. Hope is a happy feeling in our hearts, like we're looking forward to all the good things ahead. Make a big hopeful heart with your hands on top of your head like this. Make a big hopeful heart. We're full of hope too. We have hope that the day will be full of fun. Maybe you start this school year hoping that God will bring you new friends or a cool teacher. Your heart probably has been filled with hopes about what you'll be when you grow up or a new job for your mom or dad. Sometimes hard things happen and our hearts get hopeless. You struggle to make new friends. Maybe your mom or dad doesn't get the new job they wanted. Maybe you don't get a cool teacher at school. The day you hoped was full of laughter or was actually full of fighting or tears. We can feel hopeless. Our hearts aren't full of that joy or excitement anymore. But there's good news. When we need hope, we can trust Jesus. The Bible even tells us that Jesus is called hope. Listen to this verse. Matthew 12:21 says, "And his name will be the hope of all the world." Jesus may not take away all of your hard times, but he promises to be with us and help us through them. Our hope doesn't need to be in things that happen. Our hope can be in Jesus, the hope of all the world. Let's sing about that.
I can't help but feel a little down, a little worried when I look around. That's why my hope is in the Lord. I fix my eyes upon the God who gives, 'cause all I need is what I have in him. That's why my hope is in. My hope is in the Lord. My hope is in the Lord. I belong to him. He will never let me go. My hope is in the Lord. I can count on him. My hope is in the Lord. I can't help but feel a little down, a little worried when I look around. That's why my hope is in. My hope is in the Lord. I fix my eyes upon the God who gives, 'cause all I need was to have in him. That's why my hope is in. My hope is in the Lord. My hope is in the Lord. I belong to him. He will never let me go. My hope is in the Lord. I can count on him. My hope is in the Lord. My hope is in the Lord. I belong to him. He will never let me go. My hope is in the Lord. I can count on him. My hope is in the Lord.
When we look around at God's amazing creation, our hearts can be filled with hope in his power and love. Let's see what cool creature will remind us that when we need hope, we can trust Jesus.
Hello! My name is Ernest, the marvelous and mighty bald eagle. I've got some hopeful news to share with you today. I'm one of 10,000 bald eagles in North America. That's a lot of eagles. And there are more and more of us all the time. It's great news because that wasn't always the case. There was a time when bald eagles were on the endangered species list. The main problem was a chemical called DDT. That stands for dichloro-diphenyl-trichloroethane. See why they call it DDT? That's a big word. Not so long ago, humans sprayed DDT on plants to keep insects away. And those chemicals got into the water. That meant DDT got into fish, which is an eagle's favorite snack. So when eagles ate fish, we ate DDT too. That wasn't good. It meant a lot of baby eaglets never made it out of their eggs. But then, the United States said no more DDT. And they did some other things to help bald eagles grow in number again. It worked. Bald eagles made it through the hard times of being endangered. And for almost 20 years, we've been off the endangered species list. Today, our population is still growing. It just goes to show that even when things seem hopeless, they can still turn around. Eagles are really great at showing hope. In fact, there was an eagle named Murphy at an Eagle Rescue Center in Missouri. Murphy picked out a rock and started laying on it. He was treating it like it was an egg. Now, you might think there's no hope that a rock could turn into a baby eaglet, but Murphy had hope. And around that time, the rescue center found an injured, orphaned eaglet that needed a foster dad. So Murphy became a dad after all. Here's something else about eagles that may bring you some hope. You can see majestic bald eagles gliding in the sky, which is a beautiful sight. But did you know that eaglets can't fly at first? Nope. We need to learn how to fly. And believe me, practice makes perfect. Eaglets begin their flying lessons by flapping their wings and hopping out of their nests onto nearby tree branches. Those little eaglets aren't really flying yet, but they're practicing good coordination and balance. It would be hopeless to expect a little fuzzy eaglet to fly when they're too young. But with time and practice, our wings get stronger, and then we can soar! Eagles fly way up high, where there's something called thermal currents. Basically, that means air is constantly moving way up in the sky where we fly. So rather than doing a lot of flapping, we catch these air currents and glide. Because we catch these currents, bald eagles like me don't need to move our wings very much. You know, hope is kind of like an air current. It's a good feeling that can carry you through the hard times. Hope will help you be strong and brave. When you feel really sad, you can find hope in Jesus. When you feel like everything is going wrong, His hope can lift you up. And eventually, you can soar like me. Well, you'll never fly high in the sky, but you can feel like you're flying on Jesus' hope. Go ahead, spread out your wings and imagine you're flying on hope. Okay, it's time for me to fly, but remember, when we need hope, we can trust Jesus. See you later.
Beautiful bald eagles spread their wings and soar through the sky. They can remind us of how our hearts can feel lighter when we put our hope in Jesus. Today you'll hear how Jesus gave His life to give us hope that lasts forever. Let's close our time with a beautiful song that reminds us of Jesus' love.